What's up, guys? It's JZNES back again with another video. Today we're talking about Pokemon Go into the polls. Just kidding. Fucking will not Pokemon Go to the polls. I'm Pokemon going back in time, you know? So this is my original like set of Pokemon here from back in the day. These are the ones that I kept. This is like oldest first. And as you can see there, you can't see there because there we go. 2016, 7/8. Now, I think that this, I don't remember specifically what day the game came out, but this was like 1 or 2 days after the game came out. Everyone was blowing up about this fucking game. And basically, sorry, this is really loud for me. Hopefully you can hear this over there. But anyway, basically, like, I love this game because when it came out, I was, okay, so when it came out, I was like a skeptic, right? I was like, this game probably, actually, here, we can see exactly what day I started playing this game. If we just go over here, and then oops, not that. Well, there's my friend code in case you want to add me. Not intentional, by the way. Oh, this is my perfect IV Gardevoir there, which I caught the other time, so that's pretty cool. So start date 7/7/2016. So I definitely remember that day like pretty like I remember that like very vividly because what ended up happening was I was at my mom's place and I was standing there and I'm like, this was after work one night and everyone was blowing up about this Pokemon Go thing and I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I like Pokemon. I did when I was a kid. I'm gonna give this shit a shot. Like, whatever. Like, all my friends are fucking talking about it. I don't understand what the hype's all about. It's just another fucking Pokemon game where you have to, like, get Pokemon. It's just some fucking app or whatever. Like, I didn't give a shit. It kind of looked cool on the trailer or whatever, but I'm just like, whatever. I'm not gonna play this. I don't need to play this. I got other shit to do. Then I started playing it. I remember I started off in my mom's basement. That's where my room was at the time. I was there, and I looked. You know, you started up. You make your character, which I chose this character, and I named myself JZNES because of my channel. Everyone always asks, "Why are you a girl?" It's because if you watched some of my videos back then, you know that every Pokemon game I always play as the girl, just because. I don't know. That's just the thing I do. I do that in a lot of games. You know, whatever. It's not like a big deal. Like everyone always asks about it. They make a big deal about it. I didn't know the game was gonna be as like socially like you'd be as social as it was. So I didn't think it was gonna matter. So I picked a girl character because that's cool. And girls have cuter clothes and stuff anyway. So like look at this outfit. I don't think that would look as good with like a guy. You know, like. I'm looking styling, all right? I get that style savant in the fucking raid battles like almost every time if I don't get something else, you know? So, yeah. So, I was there in my mom's basement, and I started off, and you get the choice between the 3 starters. I didn't know about the Pikachu thing at the time, where if you walk away, it gives you the Pikachu. I didn't even actually know that you had to walk in the game. I heard that something like that was a thing, and I know it sounds really stupid, but I wasn't paying attention back then, okay? This game was not, like, really on my radar, and I really didn't care at all about this game. And actually, it's funny because you would think that this was my first Charmander here, but it's actually, if you look, if this thing will fucking focus, it says 7/20, which is not, obviously, the day that I started the game. So I thought this was my first Charmander. It is not. I think I do not have my first Charmander anymore, obviously. So, but I'm pretty sure this was one of my first Bulbasaurs. Not really. Maybe it is. 7/20. That's still like lots of days later, so that's like still like 2 weeks later. So, but these are some of my original ones. This is probably like my original Flareon. That's 7/9. That's pretty old. 7/13, the day right before my birthday, I got this this Tauros. Let's check the IVs on that. Let's see if that's any good. Oh yeah, it's pretty decent actually. I have 100% Tauros that I caught that I can show off here in a bit. I don't know which one it is because I caught 30 Tauros just like Ash in the anime. So, oh, there he is. There he is. 722. This is my first hundo, and I didn't even know it back then. I'm glad I kept it, obviously. I probably powered it up a little bit because I used to use Tauros a lot to take down gyms and whatnot. Back before we knew about like appraising and stuff, because that wasn't like really a thing yet. You had like IV trackers and stuff that you can like check, but like I didn't really give a shit about any of that back then. But I do have that hundo Tauros. So anyway, yeah, like I played the game a little bit. I was there in my mom's basement. I chose my Charmander, of course, because that's the one I chose. I chose Team Valor because Moltres, you know, is just like the fire one. Like that's red. It just seemed like the right choice. I really didn't want to choose the other two, and that ended up kind of being the right fit for me. And I think that whatever the description of that was, like, fit the best. I just think that was like the coolest one. So Valor, yeah, I'm a Valor. That makes sense. I'm, you know, Charmander, fire, like, right. You know, it works out. Moltres was always the best one, I think. Yeah, definitely. I always used to love Moltres. I think the best too. So, actually, this, oh yeah, this Snorlax must be like one of my first ones. That was 720 right there. That's his stats. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good actually. So, yeah, let's go away from that for a second. I'll get back to like showing you guys like everything here in a second. You guys can listen to this awesome music for a moment there while I reminisce. So yeah, I was sitting there in my mom's basement, standing there like trying to, yeah, I chose my Charmander, and then I see like one Pokemon. It was like, I don't know, like a Pidgey or something. I caught that, and I was like, all right, well, where's the other Pokemon? And I'm like walking around. Actually, what I tried to do was originally like touch the character and like touch a point. I like clicked on a point on the screen because I figured that's how you moved, like a spoofer would do on that one of those apps or whatever. I figured you would just like walk around the outline of your town and then catch the Pokemon. That would be kind of interesting. But then like I walked like out of my room and like across the way, and I realized that my character was walking, and I'm like, well, shit, now I have to go. You know, it's nighttime. It's like 10 at night at that point. And I'm just like, well, shit, now I have to go outside and actually go catch some Pokemon and like find some Pokestops. And I could see off in the distance that there was the gym. We have one gym in Long Grove, and that's the post office there. And I can see Pokestops in the distance. And the game's like encouraging me like, hey, to get items, go to these Pokestops in this gym and whatever. And I'm like, well, fuck, guess I'm going on a walk. So I literally, like, it really felt like sneaking out because I didn't want to just say to my mom, like, hey, I'm going on a walk in the, like, at 10 at night. Like, it's a nice town. Like, there would have been no problem. But, like, I'm going on a walk at 10 at night to catch Pokemon. She wouldn't have understood that or cared or, like, I don't know if she probably would have been like, all right, whatever, maybe. I don't know if she would have reacted to that. So I just went out the back door, and she was asleep anyway, so it didn't really matter. So I did that a bunch of times to play Pokemon Go. I just sneak out the back door, and then, like, I just said, fuck it, you know, basically. Like, I did that, like, every night from then on. I remember going out, I'm pretty sure I caught a Pidgey. I probably evolved that into Pidgeotto, if I remember correctly. I obviously transferred most of those at some point to get rid of them, which is kind of a shame because I would have liked to have seen at least the results of like that first night of Pokemon going. I don't remember catching much other than like a Pidgey and maybe like a few Eevees or something for sure. But that was a lot of fun. And then I would go every night after. I remember like one of the nights I saw like a Jinx on the nearby, and I didn't have a Jinx yet. You know, this is infamous meme between me and my friends now because you could hatch Jinx in 10k eggs back then. So every time I would hear woo woo woo, I'd be like, fuck you, Jinx! Get out of my 10k eggs! I want an Aerodactyl, I want a fucking Dratini, I want anything other than a goddamn Jinx. Eevee was in 10k eggs back then too, and I'm so pissed every time I hatch an Eevee. Fuck that shit, dude. So every time I hear woo, 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 I always do that to my friends now. I'm just like, woo, woo, like fucking noise Jinx makes. I hate it. Hate Jinx, man. She sucks. This is the fucking worst. But yeah, so after that, me and my friends went on a few adventures together for sure. Like the first few weeks, me and Nick and John went out. They didn't last too long. They lasted like less than a month, dude. Because like by the time my birthday rolled around, which is only like 2 weeks later, I think they were kind of over the game and they really were not even playing. So it must have just been that first weekend when we went out and played. We all found a Scyther and we all freaked out about that. And Nick, like, I don't think he caught it or something, and that, or like him or John didn't catch it, but the other two of us did. Type of thing. So that was pretty cool. But by the time it was like my birthday, it was like, oh yeah, like whatever, Pokemon Go. So I was like, this is like a short fad, but like I remember Pokemon Go blew up and like the whole fucking world was like on board with this. And I remember like maybe like a week later, that's when I discovered like Lachlan and his series, like his adventure series where he'd go out and Pokemon Go in Australia and try to catch all the Pokemon. And I loved that. I even watched that more recently when I got back into Pokemon Go, and I'm just like, this is great. Why did he keep making these? You know, like this is fantastic. This is awesome. I love this. But no, he just decided to not make that and make Fortnite videos instead. So rip Lachlan, I guess. But that was really epic. I remember discovering like a whole bunch of YouTubers back then and watching a bunch of them. I don't remember who else was really somebody who I watched back then. I didn't even watch like. Nowadays, I discovered like Pokedaxy. He's just started like a year ago. So after playing in 2016, but he started making videos like a year ago. So I like him. I watch him a lot. Zoe Two Dots, who was there from the beginning, but like I never watched her back then. So, but yeah, she's cool. I like her too. I watch her a lot. I'm trying to think who else. There was this guy who did these like really good trainer videos. I watched him. Not like any of the. It's just some obscure like thing. He didn't even have like that many subscribers, whoever this guy was. But these videos were like super in depth about like how all the mechanics and shit worked. It was really cool. I liked him a lot. I don't know. I don't really watch that many other like ones consistently, but I do watch like some of the other ones. You know, like every now and again, I'll just get really back into Pokemon again. Like I think probably before Sword and Shield, I didn't really have that hype since like 20. Well, okay, Let's Go. Other than Let's Go, I didn't have that hype since like 2016 or whatever friggin' Sun and Moon came out. And even then, like, the hype was like less about those games and more about going through my Pokemon journey to catch all my Pokemon and then doing that shiny team to go through Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That way to catch all of the last Pokemon in Deoxys, I think was the last one I had to catch or whatever. And that's why I had to play that game, was because you could catch a Deoxys at the end, and I couldn't get him through the event that they had done. I got every mythical Pokemon through that event, other than Deoxys, who I guess isn't like a mythical Pokemon. He's like just a legendary. But you couldn't get him in the original games, which I started at. So I had to get him in that one, which was the last game. So I took a big detour in X and Y to fucking like just catch these shinies, make a shiny team, like one Pokemon from every generation to that point, which is really cool. It was like Noibat, Ninetales, Flygon, Maractus. I always forget what the Gen 4 one was. The Gen 2 one was... shit, what was the Gen 2 one? I can't remember that one either. But, you know, you'll see if you go back and, like, watch my old videos. I used to do that in the update videos or whatever. So, yeah, anyway, so that was kind of the hype around that time. I remember the game was really big for a long time there. And then probably around, like, October or something, probably a little bit before that, I think, I dropped off for a little bit there. I came back around October because they were doing the first Halloween event there. And so with the extra candies and whatnot, I was pretty much set for all of the Pokemon, except I needed extra candies to get Muck. So I started, this must have been, was this 2017? That couldn't have been 2017. There's no way. No, that was definitely 2016. So they must have had the buddy system out back then. That actually came out pretty early on, which kind of surprises me now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so the buddy system must have came out like pretty early on, because I walked my Grimer for extra candies, and then like I think I ended up catching a Grimer, and there was like double candies or something, or I hatched one, I think was what it was. Finally, like I never had hatched one or something, or I hatched maybe one or something like that. And then it became Lickitung was the next one that I was like searching for a long time. And there was one that I think I caught in the wild. And then there was actually, I don't know, I'm not showing this now because I can actually just show you these Pokemon now that I'm talking about them. So here, let's get this guy going again. Now that it's actually relevant to show you like what's going on here. That was like, I think one of my first, this has got to be my first Dragonite here. Probably not the first Dratini, but I remember there was this park, what is it, I can never remember the name of that park now, but there was like a lagoon there where we'd walk around, and you'd sometimes, like once, like maybe every night, you would get like a Dratini, and it was super rare. But it was there sometimes, but it was pretty cool. So, yeah, Middle Park. That's it, Middle Park. Right. So, and then, like, all these Pokemon are super old. Like, you can see, like, pretty back in the day, 723, 24. I used to name, oh, this is my perfect, is this the perfect one? No, this isn't the perfect one. I have a different perfect Magmar, actually. Let's see. Victory Bell. I used to use Victory Bell a lot. Little Mac. This is probably the first Hitmonchan I also caught, which is a super rare spawn back then. It's pretty rare now too, but there was a point there where it was pretty common a little while ago. So that was probably my first Lapras there for sure. You can see a lot of that might have been my first Electabuzz actually. I kind of remember catching that randomly one night with Banana. This was back in the day. Banana like got very screwed. This date actually, 8-3. Banana got screwed out of catching this Pinsir on his account. So I named it Banana P for whatever. Banana Peel. That's like his nickname. He's like his last name nickname or whatever. For whatever trading came out. I reserved this one for him, but he ended up catching one later or something. So it's just funny. It's still called Banana P. This is obviously a Scyther I caught that turned into Scizor at some point. Yeah, that was no. Okay, that's not the one. Which one am I looking for? I forget now. Anyway, so I was looking for what I was talking about, Lickitung, and so this will be a little bit later on. Coughing was kind of rare back then too. Here he is, Mucktrick. So 9, 10. Wait, does that make any sense? Oh, well, that's when I caught him. This is when I caught this Grimer, but I evolved him. It doesn't say when I evolved him, but it was like later on. This is the one I was listening to Metric at the time, so I called him Mucktrick because I thought that was hilarious or something. So yeah, this is the one that I evolved that I was just talking about, like on the Halloween event. And then, oh yeah, another one that took me a long time to get was Aerodactyl, and I caught this one 9/24. Yep. Okay, I was just gonna say, and he's there was this alley we called the Aerodactyl Alley. It's just some alley somewhere where a lot of people had like in this one city that a lot of people had just said, like, hey, this is where you can go, and sometimes an Aerodactyl will spawn here. So we just drive up and down that alley for, like, forever there, me and Banana. Just, like a bunch of nights we did this. And eventually, finally, an Aerodactyl spawned there on 9/24. I actually had went to this other town. I don't remember what city or town it was now, but we drove like maybe like 40 or 50 minutes to go to some other town to because they said that the eggs there, the 10Ks, were really prone to hatching Aerodactyls or whatever. They said the same shit about Chansey and LeClaire there, and that never fucking happened. I never got one. I walked forever trying to get that goddamn Chansey, but we'll get to that in a second. So I got this fucking Aerodactyl in that alley finally, like way long after the fact. So that was pretty cool. So that was what I was waiting for a long time. So we're already at Gen 2? There's no way. No, okay, this is just here's Gen 2 actually. So where's that's what I'm saying. Where's that is that Lickitung? I think I might have transferred that Lickitung. Let's look up Lickitung. Okay. 2017. So probably I'm confusing that a little bit. So that muck I did get during that initial Halloween event, but Lickitung took me all the way till 2017 to get on 9/26 there. So yeah, I ended up catching him way later on. Maybe this isn't even the right one because yeah. I honestly don't know if that's the right one or not because I'm pretty sure I caught one also in my hometown there. So because I kind of remember doing that or hatching one or something to that effect because I kind of freaked out when I got that. Actually, it might be this guy. No, that's not it. That was one I caught from a remote raid. Anyway, so yeah, let's get back to this here. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like hatching Magikarps and shit back then. Actually, I don't know why I did that, because then now I meant to do this one. Anyway, whatever, not a big deal. So, yeah, so I played for a while there, and I was really hardcore. Me and Banana would go around. We found different spots to go, and there was a really big community there for a while. And then I kind of fell out during the winter months, kind of after that muck, because there wasn't a lot to do. It was more so, well, okay, so here's the thing. So while there's a lot of stories to be told. I forget a lot of them, but one of the better stories, and I mentioned this in my Pokemon, like 25th, or 25, top 25 Pokemon there for the 20th anniversary. There was, when I was trying to get all my starter candies to get to Charizard, we went to this park, which was like 40 minutes from here or whatever, to catch Charmanders, and there would be like 3 or 4 that would spawn like every like hour, like all around this big park. So you'd have to like go to each of the things. So you could only catch like 3 or 4 of them an hour. So we'd just sit there and wait to catch them. And we actually went there more recently because Banana had to like go drop somebody off there to work. And he reminded me of this time that I thought I had forgot my keys there. We drove all the way back, all the 40 minutes back. I'm like, oh shit, I think I forgot my keys. And then, so we drove all the way back there. We looked around and like in the dark for like forever. And I realized that my keys were in the front pocket of my bag. And then we drove all the way back. And I felt like such an asshole. Oh, it's hilarious, but it's awful. But we have a good laugh about it now, me and Banana. That was hilarious, though. And we hadn't been to that park since, like, probably that time, actually. We just went there, like, a few weeks ago, which was good. It's actually a lot better now because there's a lot more stops and stuff there now. But it's still a pretty cool park. I like it a lot. It's a nice place to walk and whatnot. But, yeah. Real good stuff there. Discovery Park. Good shit. Good Charmander nest there for like, a few weeks or a month or whatever. I think nests lasted a lot longer back then or something because we went there like consistently for like a long time. And the spawn never changed or whatever. So yeah, I don't know how nests worked back then, but that one was like always a Charmander for a while there. It was really weird. for like most of one summer or something, because we would go there all the time. And actually, it's funny because that's right when I moved into my new place, and then he's like, "Hey, let's go, like, let's go like do this Charmander thing at Discovery Park." So, like the first time I moved, so it was a very significant time back then. But anyway, after that, I kind of fell off of it. I remember we played a little bit in the winter, and I had like the Pikachus from the hat event or whatever, which it looks like I must have gotten rid of because how does that work though? There's no way I got rid of those Pikachus, honestly. Or like I had some of them. I know I did. Banana traded me some of his too, but I must have some of those Pikachus from that event. There's no way. Because right after that, right after, like months and months after that is when I got back into the game again when Gen 2 dropped. I was randomly kind of, well, I lived right next to a big park there back then, and I saw that it was a Cyndaquil nest, so I started going and farming Cyndaquils. And then I talked to Banana, and he was like, "Oh, you're back into Pokemon Go again." So we started playing again together and trying to get all this shit. And that led to a really infamous time between me and him where it became like the game was like all about after we had caught like all of the initial Johto stuff, like late 2017, because they released most of it like pretty much right away. Most of the shit that was out after we had caught all that, then the search was on for me to hatch Igglybuff, and I needed a Miltank and a Chansey, and obviously a Blissey at that rate. And so yeah, so okay, I could probably find it here too. Oh, and I needed I wanted to get, and I was walking Togepi at the time to get the candies for Togekiss because we were forward thinking at that point. Like we knew Gen 4 was going to come out eventually, and we're like, if we play Gen 4, I want all of the candies for all of those Pokemon. So I caught as many Murkrow as I could. I caught as many Togepi as I could. This was like way before Gen 4 was even a thing. We caught all of the ones that led up to those ones that were in the Gen 2 Pokemon and Gen 1, I think. We tried to like walk those Pokemon and catch as many of those Pokemon as possible and all that. So yeah. So that was really... See, that's so nice that I can just pause the video now because I got a phone call. I gotta take the phone call. All right. Anyway, so yeah. So I was looking for this. Oh yeah, and I walked Porygon to get enough candies. I walked him for 100 candies to get for Porygon 2. I assumed it was going to be 100 candies, and I forgot that there was a Porygon Z as well, which was also Gen 4 Pokemon. I think I knew that back then, but we didn't know how much candies it was going to be, so I just walked the hell out of that. It turns out, like, when I got back into the game, it didn't even matter. Like, in 2021, just now when I got back into the game a few months ago, Porygon was fucking everywhere, so I caught a bunch of those. But yeah, so, oh, and Tyrogue to fucking Hitmontop was another fucking pain in the ass. I would go all over the place trying to get a Tyrogue. You can only hatch Tyrogue for the most part. I think you could only hatch him, as far as I remember. He was really rare, or you could only hatch him. And so to get him on top, his IVs had to be like a certain way, like either they had to be balanced, right? So it was like literally fucking impossible to get Hitmontop. It was so stupid. I hated getting Hitmontop. I finally got him later on. I can actually show the one that I got here somewhere. Oh yeah, well this is like way earlier on because Ditto. Okay, that's why. Because wait. Yeah, no. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense though. Hold on, but I want to show this this fucking Hitmontop. I might just search it up because I actually named him. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I got two on the same day. How did I do that? Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. So, oh, I gotta turn this on. Here, we'll do this one this time. Okay, so I got this one at this park that's near me, and his name will give it away if you know what I'm talking about. So I got him there. Finally, I hatched one there, and I looked at his IVs. They still... Like, the HP had to be, I think, more than the other two, and then these had to be balanced, or something to that effect, is how that is. So, yeah, that's him. That's the Hitmontop. Now I got the camera at the weird angle. Yeah, alright, hold on. There we go. Alright. So, yes. So that's, that was one that caused me a lot of trouble, because I fucking hated doing that shit. Also, I forgot, I was looking through this, I forgot, Ditto came out at the end of, like, I believe, well, maybe it was 2017, actually. Let me look at this. Where's that at? So we were working on everything else. You know, obviously I had to get, like, Kingdra and stuff. Another one was those fucking evolution items. Took me forever to get, because you have to spin the stops 7 days in a row, and then you had to get each one. I couldn't get a Sunstone. I couldn't get a Dragon Scale. The Dragon Scale was impossibly fucking rare to get back then. All I kept getting was metal coats and upgrades. Ugh! And then to fucking throw my phone out the window. Hated that shit. So, yeah, that was another one that, like, really tripped me up, was those Pokemon that needed those evolution items, so, like, Kingdra and shit. And the King's Rock, I think I got a bunch of those, but I didn't get the Dragon Scale, which is what you needed. The Dragon Scale was so rare back then, you couldn't fucking find it. And, actually, the other thing that's funny is, we'll just show it like this. No, that won't work. But you can kind of see, I got those Mr. Mimes there. There used to be this, like, way of doing shit. Don't ban me, Niantic, but you would allow somebody else to get on your account and then, like, basically catch it in a different country. But the whole thing was, like, you had to wait a day again to open. You had to get off your account for a day, then they would get it, and then wait a day. Otherwise, they would know that you didn't, like, travel there or whatever. So, like, physically or whatever, so. And they had, yeah, so in 2017, they started doing the hat Pokemon. So I have, like, that Raichu. That was the hat Raichu. It was a hat Pikachu at one point. So that's what I'm thinking of. Actually, the hat Pikachus were the 2017 Christmas. So that we actually... which makes sense, because that's when Pichu was there and stuff. And then that's, like, when me and Banana would, like, walk down and stuff, and, like, went and did that a little bit. So, yeah, there's the other one. It's probably one of the ones I caught back then. Oh, that's the Pichu from the hat event, like the actual one. But then, around that same time, in that summer, the Legendary Birds came out. So that was really cool. So I remember getting up one day, and Banana's like, this was when GoFest was on, the first GoFest, I believe. And so they were like, Banana was like, dude, they're releasing the Legendary Birds. It's GoFest. Like get up and get over to this park or whatever, like the big park that everyone always goes to. And I'm like, oh shit. So I, like, got up, got in my car, and, like, sped over there. And then I ended up getting a speeding ticket, actually, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so, like, we were all so hyped, but then we realized that they weren't even going to release the birds to us until, like, slightly later than whatever the day for GoFest was that year. So we were all, like, super pissed off, but, like, and we didn't even, like, reach the goal because everything, like, crashed there at GoFest. It's a whole thing. You can look it up. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, like, fucking, it was a whole mess. But I remember then we would go around and, like, raid the Legendary Birds and stuff. This is when raiding first came out. Like, that was pretty cool. But then Ditto came out. This motherfucker, Ditto came out. I couldn't find a Ditto to save my fucking life. It was just as hard as it is today. Actually, it's a lot easier to find Ditto today. Well, so when I first started playing again, I needed a Ditto for a thing, and I couldn't find one with shit, and I finally fucking found one, and I named it 3 years, because it took fucking 3 years in the making to finish that quest or whatever. But, yeah. So, so I finally got a Ditto later on, but I was really proud of that. There was all sorts of tricks and stuff people knew or like thought of to like get Ditto, or like they thought that might be related to Ditto. Like if you do this, watch. Here's the thing. If you click this, here I'll do it on here to make it easier actually. So a little weird thing is if you didn't even know, like if you do this, watch this. You hold that and then you like go to these, and they like light up with different colors. If you just hold it like that, which is it's just like and people were saying that that had something to do with Ditto. I don't remember what specifically the colors represented, but they had something to do with Ditto or something like back then. So that was like one theory, but we were all wrong because Ditto was in the code, but we didn't know how to get him, kind of thing. So everyone thought it was like an Easter egg, kind of like the name trick for the EVs or whatnot. But yeah, so Ditto finally came out. That was pretty cool. I finally fucking caught a Ditto back then, which was neato. Ditto was neato. Yeah, I know. I also got whatever the other legendary or the regional was before Mr. Mime. I didn't mention that, but like I got the other two as well. There was like two other ones, like Kangaskhan and one other one or something. Can't think of it right now. I'm thinking of all the other shit right now. You know, and then of course we got Moltres later on. That was the August of 2017, and then Zapdos should be in here somewhere. I don't think I had that many. Oh, there's one. I don't think I had that many Zapdos, but I caught. He was also in August apparently. Huh. So caught him, and then later on, like the next month, actually it's also in August. Yeah, I remember Lugia was another one that they released pretty early. And then is this my like good one or? No, this is just like a decent one. But I know I have a perfect Lugia in here somewhere. I remember we just going off of the numbers of the raid back then, we figured out that mine was a perfect one or whatever that I caught like back then. All right, so here we go. Here's actually, this is it. So the quest was on to catch Miltank and Chansey and Igglybuff, which I think I had to catch like later or something because I haven't seen it yet. But here we go. Look at this. This is great. On 8/20, I finally caught this. It was a Chansey at the time, and then I turned it into a Blissey by getting rare candies from like raids and whatnot. We did a bunch of raids to get rare candies, so I could turn it into a Blissey. I remember that, and that was when Lugia was spawning. So that's probably how I got the perfect one too. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out here in a second. But this Chansey right here, on 8/20, this was 3 in the morning. There used to be these things on the Discord where it would tell you when Pokemon were spawning and exactly where they spawned. This was 3 in the morning, and I just happened to be like looking at the thing or whatever, and I see that Chansey had appeared. And I had been searching for Chansey for forever. Dude, in 2016, I made videos, actually, that haven't never been released about searching for Chansey. We did like vlogs and shit about this. It was pretty insane, dude. But like, yeah, never ever found one. Everyone else found these Chanseys and whatever, and I finally saw one on that fucking tracker, and I bolted up, and I got out of there as fast as possible. It was like a little ways away from me. It was like 2 towns over in a city or whatever, but it was like right on the edge of there, and I remember just going there. It was on a random street. I just drove up that street. There it was. I went in there, and I, you know, it probably broke out of my ball a bunch of times, but I buried the fuck out of it and caught this fucker right here. and it was like one of the proudest moments of my fucking Pokemon Go experience. And that was such a powerful and cool moment. And that was like one of the last Pokemon I had to catch was this fucking Chansey. And I think it was the last one for Gen 1 that I had to catch, I believe. So other than Mew and Mewtwo, which is the only reason I don't have Gen 1 complete right now is because of Mewtwo, which I never actually ended up catching because I kind of have dips with the game. I get in and out of the game, and I never got one of the EX raids. And by the time they released them in regular raids, I wasn't playing the game anymore. So still don't have Mewtwo. I'm sure he'll come back at some point and I'll be able to catch him. If not, on the way to level 50, there's Mewtwo, like, really near the end, so not a big deal. I can catch him there. Yeah, and then they had, a week or something where they had all of the legendary birds, so it's supposed to be, so it's the end of August, they had all of the legendary birds, and so I caught one of each again there, which is nice. Actually, I caught a few more. Actually, this might be the one here, the perfect. Let me see if he is. Is this the one? No, it's not. God, I keep saying that, and it's not the one. So I have a bunch of these. Fucking woo woo woo. Did you make the noise? No, okay. Well, I don't have my. Hold on. He's fucking Jinx. Goddamn Jinx. I hate Jinx. But I was catching her. I think back. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the one. I haven't marked it with the hundo thing. You can't really see it there, but 2115 I think was the. I don't even think I powered this thing up at all. Hundo Lugia right there. Beautiful. Caught that on 823. So actually, this is. I think this is the same day I caught all these other legendary birds. We rode really hard this day, whichever day this was. We just went and caught a bunch of them, apparently. So that's pretty cool. That's when people were actually out and about, like, still trying to catch the people out in, public doing this. It was a lot easier to do a raid and stuff back then. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's the hundo there. Actually, this Hunt Crow was a Murkrow that I caught right around the same time on 825. So I don't think Murkrow was like super common back then, but I don't think it was super rare either. I think it was more common around here, around this time. And I'm pretty sure this is like one of the first Togetix I evolved. This must be the one that I like buddied up with or whatever. To get all the candies for it. Maybe. I don't know. Could have been. Anyway, and then I caught, that's the only other Miltank I ever caught was this one, other than that one. I don't even know if I showed the other one, but, yeah. Oh, actually, and then this is when I got the other regional, I guess, here, which was Farfetch'd at the time, which you can actually get now. I actually have a shiny Galarian Farfetch'd, but you can't get this Farfetch'd, which is cool. I named him Ducks because, in the red and blue, that's the one you trade for. Okay, so now this is a good story right here. This is, he's called Woodman because that's the stadium we, me and Banana on 8/31 there, August 31st of 2017. We didn't break in, but we jumped over a fence to get into this stadium or whatever because we saw that a Porygon had spawned in there. Actually, it's funny. I should look up Porygon and then just see what the oldest one is because I forgot to tell this story too. So it must be this one. Yeah. No. Wait, is that it? That can't be the one, right? Did I save the one? I don't know if I saved the one that... Maybe this was it? I'm pretty sure there was an earlier one, because I remember in 2016 we caught a Porygon too. I must have transferred that one by accident or something. But we did end up catching that one later on too. But okay, so... This is the third Porygon I caught, but, me and Banana, we basically jumped a fence and, like, went around in this stadium to get this Porygon. So, pretty funny shit there. Good stuff. That's how hardcore we were back then, you know? We just jumped fences. We never did anything like that. Well, I don't remember. We might have done other stuff like that, but we're pretty hardcore back then into playing the game. So yeah. So that's a funny one. Was the Woodman, yeah. Reminds me of Hilda, like Woodman from that show. You haven't seen Hilda, that's a good show. Yeah. I'm trying to find where the rest of this was here. Okay, here we go. And then, literally right after that, looks like 9-2, the Legendary Dogs came out. So I've got a bunch of those as well. Oh, and then that is when I got the Kangaskhan there. It's just a little bit later. Cool. And then, and then Heracross, which I also got a bunch of later on because they were in raids and stuff. But I had 3 of them back then as well from that that trick I was telling you about. And Corsola, of course. But that one will probably get released later on for Galarian Corsola as well, so yeah, I actually have a full Gen 2 Dex. Back then it was outside of the regionals, but now it's then I got all the regionals, and then at that point it was like damn, like all I need is this fucking Igglybuff and like Celebi and stuff, like, which hadn't released yet. Celebi, Smeargle, and I believe Delibird at this point hadn't released. So those 3, and then Igglybuff, which I couldn't hatch like to save my life, and it looks like I might have transferred the one that took me so long to get because I can't find it here. Maybe not, but also I'm seeing Gen 3 here, which I actually caught these. Yeah, you can't really. Oh yeah, there you go. Portland. I caught these when I went to my first Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So they released those like pretty early on, and then of course the Halloween Pikachus or whatnot, which were pretty cool. So and then Suicune they released. Got a few of those. Lantern, he's awesome. I love Lantern. That's one of my favorites there. And then Ho-Oh, who's also one of my favorites. I never got a hundo of Ho-Oh, but this one's pretty close. He's actually pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Damn, not bad. And then I guess Gen 3 came out. Did I not have Igglybuff in Gen 3? I might have transferred that one, honestly, now that I'm looking about it. They had Zangoose here back then, which was like a regional, I guess, like, or whatever. I didn't know that until later. Of course, I got all of the Gen 3s. And then like, soon after they released the birds, they released Groudon and Kyogre. So I got those. And that's kind of like the initial end of the journey there. Was the Groudons and the Kyogres and stuff. And then, actually, before they did that, here we go. Found Delibird and Hat Pikachu there. I think, yep, this is one that I caught, because Banana traded me a bunch of his too. And now I have a few lucky ones as well, but, and that was the only, whatever Sharpedo, whatever the first one of that is, that's the only one I got back then that had to evolve into this thing. So, yeah. What is the first form of Sharpedo? I don't remember. Anyway, I had to walk him as my buddy, like, more recently and whatnot. There's my, like, one Kyogre that I caught. Then I kind of just stopped playing again for a while. I caught a bunch of this other stuff. I got, like, I remember we played a little bit in, oh wow, this is 2018. So this is early 2018. I caught, like, a Snorunt and stuff. Looking forward to that this year, catching some, like, fucking, like, really good ice Pokemon. So, yeah. Caught another Aerodactyl later on in early 2018, which is cool. That was probably only my second one there. I don't have that many Aerodactyls, actually. Oh, shit. I caught another Chansey then, too, actually. Oh! Oh, shit. It's funny I said oh, because this is the evolution. This is like, but if you look at this, I got, this Chansey here actually hatched from an egg, which is pretty cool. So that one I actually hatched. I think it's the only Chansey I've ever legitimately hatched from an egg. That is crazy. I didn't even know I hatched that one. That's insane. I might have skipped that Igglybuff. I had to have. There's no way it was this late. Yeah, there it is. Is this the one? Oh, shit. Well, okay. So I was wrong. So Gen 3 was already in full swing. And then look, I got this fucking Igglybuff on 5/7 of fucking 2018. That's how long it took me to finish Johto. Or, like, get as many Pokemon as there was at the time. I had actually had Delibird and all that already. So it's like, wow, like, that was fucked. That one took me forever to get. So I'm just trying to find the gap here. Like, where I stopped playing. Because this is, like 90... Like, not 90%. Like, probably 70% of these are, like, new Pokemon that I just got, like, more recently. That I've kept. And the rest of these are, like, from before. But I did keep, as you can see, like, a ton of legacy Pokemon. And people wonder why my Pokemon storage is, like, fucking full all the time. Well, it's this. I want to have all these memories with these Pokemon, so shut up. Some of these are really good, too, so. Yeah. And then there was, like, I played for a little bit in 2019. I caught a Feebas. I started walking it, and I got this Milotic, which sucks dick because as soon as I get this fucking Milotic, it recently or whatever, I evolved another one, and then right after I get a task that says evolve a Milotic. No, it was this one. I didn't have Milotic, I don't think yet, and then this was like recently, like a few months ago when I started playing again, and then there was another task that said evolve a Milotic, and I'm like, fuck you, game, fuck you, making me evolve this shit now again. Fuck that, you know. So I think this I did catch this got this Bagon that I evolved into a Salamence there back then, so yeah. And then like a Alolan Executor, which is pretty cool. You can even see the top of his head there when that first came out. Yeah. And then I played for a little bit in 2020, just to like, yeah, here we go. Actually, wow, that's kind of funny. The last Pokemon I caught in 6/30 of 2020 was Mismagius, which was obviously a Mischievous or whatever. That's the one I evolved though. That had like the best stats. And then you can see this Illumise says New Era 2021. So this is the official starting point of my new Pokemon Go like journey here. And I didn't keep a whole lot of these. I transferred a lot of shit, but I got this guy and I named him America. Yeah, America. Fuck yeah, you know. So that's pretty good. But then I started catching just like everything. And what sucks is Kabuto and Almanite, which there was a park back in the day that had these as a nest, but they were really common when I started playing again. Then guess what? I get a task that says later on at the end of the Let's Go Meltan thing, catch Kabuto and Almanite, two of either, and it's like, fuck you, game. You know, they better have that again, like later on. And yeah. The only other Johto Pokemon I didn't have besides Celebi at that point when I restarted was this, Unknown. So I got this Unknown, and then I eventually got my Celebi later on, and I completed my Gen 2, which is the only that's the only one that I actually have complete now is that one. And up to this point, I still did not have a shiny. My first shiny was legitimately when I started playing again. So pretty crazy. We actually caught this guy here. Obviously on 7/27. I didn't realize if you just scroll down, it actually says the date there because they used to have the little indicator here, and I'm like, oh, now you have to appraise him to do that? That's stupid. But we caught this guy just randomly in town, this Sceptile here, and my friend caught it, so he didn't have to evolve his all the way up, which is nice. So that's pretty cool. That was a good catch. And then, of course, now we got the new Legendaries, Dialga. At that point, I caught a few of those. And then they had Palkia here, too, later on. I caught a cool... Oh, wait. Oh, there he is. So, my very first shiny was a shiny Weedle, of course. That makes sense, right? What's with that? Look at that effect. Oh, because it's like green screen or something? I don't know. It's like green screen color. That's why it's like fogging up. It's weird. And then, is this the one? Oh, no, it's not. That's just, I don't even have that. I don't even know why I have that. Anyway, a few days later, got this guy, shiny Skoropy. So that was pretty cool. I don't know what else is too notable. Oh, I got this, I hatched this Goomy or whatever, and I evolved him into a Slugoo, and then I evolved one, a different one into, all the way into Goodra there. I had this as a Bronzor, and he evolved into a shiny Bronzong. So, because I found another Bronzor through my research. I actually got really lucky on both of those, getting those as shiny, so that's pretty cool. My first Flygon there, which is fucking awesome. Evolved him from a Trapinch. Finally got that, like, way later on. I love Flygon. He's one of the best ones. He was actually in raids more recently, so that was pretty cool. And the epically long quest. So this guy here, actually, no, was it this one? I don't know if it was this one. I don't think it was this one. I think it was a different Meltan to Melmetal, but I got one. It might have been him, actually. So like more recently, More recently, I finally got the Meltan to Melmetal thing. When I first started, actually, it's funny. I just switched over to this. When I first started playing Let's Go, that was a new thing. Is that you could get Meltan and Melmetal. So I got one and I put it on as my buddy because I didn't realize you could just open Meltan boxes and it would make it a lot easier. But I put it on as my buddy and I had my Adventure Sync on in the background. So I was gaining candies for this thing for like a year or two or whatever until I started playing like really hardcore again. So yeah, there's that. So I think this actually might be the one that I had as my buddy for like the longest time. But yeah, ridiculous shit there. Anyway, caught this shiny Bidoof and turned him into a shiny Bibarel or whatever the fuck that guy's name is there, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, shiny Skitty, that was a good one. I'm just basically showing the shinies at this point because it's like none of the other stuff is like really like that interesting. I don't know. I'll hit on the like interesting stuff when I see it. But then get the shiny Pidove, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I caught this Venusaur here like randomly. Yeah, just randomly, I caught this Venusaur, and I used him in the little cup there for a long time. That's why he's like 498 CP. He was like 300 CP when I caught him or something like that. So pretty cool stuff there. And then we got Palkia, I guess. So you can see how hard was playing here, how many Pokemon I actually kept. It's not that I wasn't playing hard back in the day. I just like didn't keep a lot of those Pokemon. I transferred a lot of them because I had a lot less space back then. So I got this Lunatone. That's kind of like a regional, like sometimes they'll switch them over again or whatever. Got the shiny Ghastly back then, which is pretty cool. Shiny Fletchling, which is neato. Then I could finally get like Meowstic and Esper and stuff, and I love Meowstic, so they had that in raids. Got that. That's pretty cool. Hatched this stupid shiny Wynot, which is like, what am I gonna do with that? But okay, cool. You know, glad I have it, I guess, for the shiny decks. Oh, here he is. So then, at some point, I got this off of, I believe, a research. They started doing in the research box, you would get Ditto, or no, I think I just caught this one legitimately. No, yeah, this was a legitimate Ditto. They did the research box right after I got this, so it was like, god damn it. But, good old took 3 years there to catch. I caught him finally, and I finally could move on with that task for the Let's Go quest. And then another one after that was like, take a picture of a Dratini, and I'm like, shit, I just fucking traded my, I just evolved up my Dratini, so I can't do that. And then actually did get this Dratini, from, and you know, say it's 2016 there, but I obtained it from a trade with my second account there, so that I had played in 2016 with, and I luckily had a Dratini on there. So the only reason we created other accounts back then was because we thought that maybe each of the teams was going to have something to do with the legendary birds, and then you'd have to like trade them or something. So we just thought, hey, fuck that. Let's just get our own accounts for each of the teams and then be able to trade ourselves. But that's not how that worked at all. So whatever. And then, yeah, just a bunch of other. There's not much really that interesting about like any of these, but I did get this perfect Bagon later on, which I turned into a perfect Salamence there, which is pretty cool. So I guess that's another thing to show off as hundos. I only have like 12 of those though, so which is pretty good. I got a bunch of these luckies from doing the trade. You know what? I'm just gonna. This will be easier now that I'm actually showing a lot of Pokemon. All right, got a bunch of these luckies from the trades that I did with my other account there, which is pretty cool. Wait, oh, that's just a Chimchar. So yeah, it's still pretty cool. I still need the other ones of those evolutions. And then they had Kangaskhan's in raids, which was pretty cool. Then we had Eevee Community Day, so I got the shiny Eevees and all of those, or whatever. So shiny Glaceon there. Shiny Eevee somewhere. I got rid of most of my Eevees from that day, so actually, is this even from Community Day? No, it's actually not. I just got this off of research. It was just probably a good idea, so I evolved it. Here's a shiny Lapras I got off of a research, which is pretty cool. Actually, you can't really see it from... It looks blue from there, but it's like... It's weird. It looks... It's shiny, I swear. It's actually purple when you look down here. So yeah. Got that. Another Palkia there. Shadow Ho-Oh I got from that... from the rocket thing. And then I had this shiny Ghastly, which I turned into a shiny Hunter. So I got a second shiny Ghastly there. And another one was I had to catch 5 Execute for a thing. And so I finally got one through the a rocket battle, but I couldn't get a bunch of the other ones. So I eventually got that taken care of later on. Okay, now we're at Eevee Community Day. So here is my shiny Vaporeon and my shiny Leafeon. And I got a shiny Vaporeon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. This is 777. That's why I named them slots, because it's like lucky. Yeah. Shiny Sylveon there, which was a lot easier to evolve on Community Day, so that's cool. I actually have another one ready to go, another Sylveon for my level 42 task. Shiny Umbreon. Shiny Flareon. And then I hatched this shiny Nincada around the same day there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What else? Got a bunch of shiny EVs and Jolteons and stuff, you know, like whatever. I got this Oshawa off of like one of those lures on Community Day, and then like later they did that Community Day for Oshawa. So like I had him named as Walk Oshawa because I wanted to walk him for candy. But then every time I have a Pokemon that's like a walk for candy one is like they always do a Community Day or something for it. So later on, fucking fuck you, Jinx. Lucario walk the little bait Rio lure or whatever. I was gonna walk him for Lucario, but he ended up not being a great one. Bunch of more Luckies here. My first Blaziken there. Zebstrika, that's pretty good. I only have one of those. Oh yeah, this Eevee. This one is one that I'm gonna turn into an Umbreon, and that's why I named him Umbro. So, like Umbreon, like you know. Shiny Charmander, which I love because my favorite Pokemon. So, hell yeah. So that's pretty cool. My first Greninja there. What's the Snorlax? Oh, he's a Great League. Good. Okay, yeah. I could probably power that up with the Great League a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't really... He was just like what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, and then they had the dogs for Gen 8. Gen 8 randomly came out before Gen 7, so that's whatever, you know, like... But okay, yeah, this was right around when that was happening. I finally started to get some of those. I caught like a bazillion Clefairies, and then finally, right near the end of that event, after I was tired of catching Clefairies for my medal, I got a shiny Clefairy right here where I'm sitting, like actually right here, physically on this couch. I got that shiny Clefairy. So that's pretty cool. Then they did Chimecho in the researches. That was my first one there. That was a Galarian Slowpoke that I must have evolved into the Slowking more recently. Might have been my first Delphox there. Shiny Trico, which I caught. That was pretty neat. Like that one. Bunch of Luckies. Lucky Hitmonchan. That one's pretty cool. Lucky Vileplume like that. That's cool. This is the one I think this is one of the ones I was going to use for the little cup there, but didn't end up doing too hot. So, got a Grimer apparently. That's pretty cool. Oh, Evil Vaporeon here. Shit, 666. I actually traded that from myself, so that one just was a random roll Evil, you know? I probably had a few of those that were like that. I caught this Blastoise, little Blastoise. Another one I was maybe thinking about powering up, but I think he didn't have very good IVs, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Sorry, this turned into like a Pokemon Go, like, let's show my whole collection video, or whatever, I guess, so. Cacnea, which I think I had from back in the day, but I found that randomly or something. Is this a good one? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, he's alright. I gotta show the Shadow Magikarp I caught the other day. That was pretty cool when we get there. So, Berserker, oh wait, I had Berserker here. And then, nope. Hate that the new attack thing is right next to the X button. That sucks. Shiny Galarian Meowth, which is cool. I think, What happened? Oh, shit. Oh, wait, no. We're, right, we're in the same region. Anyway. So, we can't be too far behind. There we are. Yeah, I hatched that one. Right. Yes, I remember this. I hatched this the other week, so that's pretty cool. I hatched a hundo Galarian Meowth here somewhere, too. Not sure exactly which one that is. I'll show off my hundos in a second, I guess. I had another Altaria that I evolved before this and started using for the Great League, which is pretty cool. That must be one I caught in a raid there. Had a bunch of Slackings. This Slacking I caught, I believe. Yeah, I caught this one. That one I was going to trade to my other thing, see if it'd be any better. Shadow Snorlax. God, I hate it when it's like, oops, all Snorlaxes. That's a tough battle for the Shadow ones. Yeah. Shadow Machamp, that's pretty cool. Another Riolu. Bunch of Shinx. I had some Shinx that I like fucking got, but now there's a Shinx community day coming up, so it's like, god damn it. There's another one I was walking there for a minute, and then I'm like, oh wait, Shinx community day. Shit. So, my Hoopa, which I got more recently. How long ago was that? It was like 9.5, yeah, so pretty recent. Litwick, he was spawning there for a little bit. He's still spawning. He was spawning for a little bit, and then he was spawning like really frequently, like lately. Is this the? No. I have a shiny Lugia is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, he'll show up as shiny. Duh. There he is. Shiny Lugia. I got this the other time. Me and Banana were doing a raid. I'm like, I don't really want to do the raid. And then Banana's like, yeah, just come on, just do the raid. And then I got the fucking shiny Lugia out of it, and Banana didn't get the shiny, and he was so pissed about that. But that's pretty... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. Hold on. Why isn't he starred? Star that bitch. I want to get rid of my shiny Lugia. My first Slacking that I, like, physically evolved myself, which is pretty cool. I use him for gyms a lot. Shiny Dwebble, actually, which is pretty cool. This was before he was spawning, like, a ton on that one event, so... yeah. Okay, let's see. Shiny, Shadow Dragonair, which is pretty cool. Another Lugia. See, he was a... Oh yeah, there was, what you call it? He was in raids there for a while. I kind of forgot about that. Obviously, I just talked about him being in raids. Yeah, duh. But I must have caught a bunch of them. That would have been my first Gardevoir there, actually. Yeah, I got that. Oh, and then I caught this shiny Goldeen, like, randomly one night while I was at... You can't kind of really tell from this, like, the video here, but it's orange. And then shiny Bronzor there. Is this the one? Nope. That's just a distance one. Shiny Slowpoke, which is pretty cool. Shiny Drowsy during the Psychic event there. That was my Lucario I evolved, finally. I don't remember if I walked him, or I think I walked him rather than just throwing a bunch of rare candies into him. I might have threw some rare candies into him. Then they had like the Azelfs and all that. Finally caught one of these, the Hippo tests or whatever. I actually found a shiny of his evolved form in the game. Didn't realize it was shiny. Killed it. So, yep, that sucks. Anyway, and not in this game, but in the regular games. Shiny Teddiursa. I remember when I clicked on that, looking for Ditto, and I'm like, oh shit, shiny Teddiursa. That's pretty cool. I like Teddiursa. Pretty cool. Yeah. Bunch of other good stuff here. God damn it. Go away. Update. I don't want you. Shiny Swablu, which was pretty cool. And then I actually ended up catching another shiny Swablu later on. Actually, my friend Jameson was there for that one. I'm like, no way, shiny Swablu. They both suck, but yeah, they're still alright. Shiny Oshawa, you know, this was all like during that community day. I caught a bunch of shiny Oshawats and stuff. But I actually caught these all in Wisconsin, so they're all here and they're all tagged as distance. I need to trade a few of those to my other account so I can get stuff for my distance medal. Shiny Bidoof. So now I have Bidoof and the other one as a shiny. Good stuff. Bunch of those costume Sneasels and whatnot. I thought this was funny that he was 137. So I called him Rick C137, which is like the, you know, Rick and Morty. So, yeah. Shiny Meowth. Alolan Meowth. I got this during the Spotlight Hour, which he is a boosted shiny, so like whatever, but I had never caught a shiny during the Spotlight Hour before, so I thought that was pretty cool. Shiny Blitzel, which I caught, this is a costume one, but I caught this at the end, the very, very tail end of that event, which was pretty cool. So I didn't even know it was shiny. It could be shiny at that point. I didn't even know they were still spawning at that point, and I ended up catching one, which was pretty cool. So yeah. First Excadrill I did. Genesect, you know, when that came out. Shadow Scyther when that came back. And then I actually have a Shadow Shiny Scyther. I also have a Rufflet. Actually, this and like that Galarian Meowth and all of these were caught within like a week. So this is crazy. Rufflet. I caught this shiny Magikarp. And then 2 days or 3 days later, where's he at? Kept a bunch of these. I got that Zarude there. A few days later, I caught another shiny Magikarp somewhere, but I can't find him, so he's in there somewhere. And then, like a few days after that, I caught a shiny Ditto. So that's really cool. And that was just like randomly, I clicked on a Stunky, and he was a shiny Ditto. So that was neat. Bunch of Chanseys, you know, 'cause they were in spawns. Got this shiny Chansey, you know, like green eggs and ham, like the Dr. Seuss thing. So that's pretty cool. I trioed this Genesect with 2 of my coworkers, so I thought it was pretty neat. So I named it to remember that. Shiny Ditto, Diglett, which I evolved into a shiny Dugtrio. And I actually have another shiny Diglett in here somewhere. Shiny Oddish. Shiny Diglett. There he is. Shiny Duskull, which I believe was on the Community Day. Yep, Community Day. So I got a bunch of those. I got like 27 of those or something. And then, a few days later, I caught this shiny Scyther, Shadow Scyther in one of the rocket things, and then I evolved him into a shiny Shadow Scizor, which is pretty cool. I can't remember if he has like good stats. He's got like decent stats, if I remember right. No, they kind of suck, but oh well. Not like great, but they're not terrible for like a Shadow. Like Shadows usually really, really suck in stats wise. Got this shiny Farfetch'd the other week, the Galarian version there, which is pretty cool. Hatched that out of an egg. And then that same day, I hatched, where is he at? I got another shiny here somewhere. I'm pretty sure this was all within that same week still or whatever. It was insane, dude, that week. Oh, I think it was the site there. That was what I was thinking of. And then I got this that same day. Hundo Vaults. Then that same day, Magikarp, Mankey, and this shiny Stunfist, all within like the same day, which is pretty cool. And then my first Giratina there. And another one of those I got to show off here in a second. There's my second shiny Swablu. Caught that just like sitting in my car at the bank one time. The Spirit Tomb, which fucking took me forever to find that research. I spun stops, every stop in my town and the 2 adjacent towns and a bunch of them in the city there for like fucking like 2 weeks or something. And I finally got this goddamn research at a park near kind of like one town over from me. It's actually the park where I caught all my Cyndaquils at. And I finally randomly got it there, and I like freaked out because I'd been looking for it for so long. And so I finally got that fucking Spirit too. Wingull, which is a funny one because I never got that back in the day, but my friend Banana actually traded that to me, which is very cool. Thank you, Banana. Shiny Pikachu. Hat Pikachu. My first shiny Pikachu ever, which is crazy because I've caught so many Pikachus over the time of playing this game. Then you see I caught all these Giratinas, and one of them ended up being shiny, so that's pretty cool. Very, very good thing there. Lucky Shadow Tangela there, 777. Yeah, that's my Little League Onyx there, which is pretty neat. Shiny Darkrai. The first Darkrai I did, I said to myself, what if it's shiny? And it was shiny. So, yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, basically, not much else to see. Bunch of Pumpkaboos. Now we're, like, into the main time here. This is around when I got my Ghost Medal or whatever. Bunch of shiny, lucky Pikachus there. Yeah, not too much interesting in here. Mostly Pumpkaboos. I'm going to trade most of these to level up some of my friends there. Shiny Murkrow. That was my last shiny I caught just the other day. Missed the Spotlight Hour Ghastly, wherever that was, but I caught one during the Ghastly Spotlight Hour shiny, which is pretty cool. There it is. That's the end. Alright, so, yeah, Pokemon Go, taking over my life. That was what that update video was about, and that's what this is about. And I just wanted to share all my Pokemon Go shit for an hour and a half. Anyways, till next time, this has been JZNES, and keep the classics, stick around for more reviews on rated games. I'll see you guys in the next one. JZ out.